Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. Good morning, everyone. It's Stacy from PeonyLeanDesigns.com. I gotta ask you guys to go to my website and share a piece of content, because evidently last week my website was down for 3 days, and now my host is supposed to notify me. I didn't get notified. I tried to go in and post my latest blog post, and it was like, why can't I get into my website? And it was an easy fix, and it was back up, but now Google has dinged me because my website was down for 3 days. So my traffic, from Google. So I don't know, go in and Google me. Google Peony Lane Designs. So they start going, wait, she exists again. Oh, thanks, Google. Anyway, I owe Katie, Melon, and Ray apologies. So the bird decoupage paper that I've been using on everything I'm kind of obsessed with, I kept saying Ray gave it to me, and Ray's like, I don't remember giving it to you. And I'm totally gaslighting her, going, yeah, you did. Remember, you gave it to me. So thank you. And it was actually Katie and Melon. I'm so sorry. It's my brain, you guys. Wires are crossed. So I apologize. Katie and Melon gave me the bird decoupage paper. And you guys, I'm obsessed with it. I'm putting birds on everything. At first I'm going, maybe I'll find something to use it on. And now I'm using it on everything. I'm obsessed with these birds. I get something that I like, and then I get, I'm gonna use it on everything. But not today. Today we're gonna work on this. So this has been sitting there languishing for a while because I have not wanted to do it. It should be easy, right? This is a Target stool. So Target issued this some time ago. They charged $50 for this little tiny stool. I can tell you it's Target because it says Target on the bottom. I think this is all smudgy. There's clearly a big stain here. So I don't like this at all. And I want to remove it. Actually, you can buy this stencil out of the Ukraine or something. I don't know. It was some foreign website that I had to have translated to buy it or to even see it, what the heck it was. So this is a stencil that Target clearly acquired the rights to and then stuck it on a stool trying to, mimic the vintage home look. But their printing of it was so messy. This is so messy. This is supposed to be a heart. And it's just sloppy and splotchy, and I think it looks ugly. The grains thing is not well done. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But ordinarily, I'd pop the top off and we'd reupholster it. We'd be on our merry way. Do you see how they sealed the bottom so you can't pop the top off? I didn't look at that when I bought this at the thrift store. So I paid, what did I pay for this, you guys? $3, $5? I can't remember. Originally, though, at Target, this was $50. And somebody paid $50 for it. I feel like that's way too much. Anyway, I can't do anything about this stain or this messy printing, so I wanted to use my new fabric that I got. Remember the bolt of fabric that I got? Won't that look nice on here? With the pretty flowers? I think this would look pretty. So I got to figure out how to get the top off. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've never come across this before. Target really didn't want anybody reupholstering this, so I may have to build a new top. I'm going to set that down over here. A spot right there. So, I started tugging on the edges. They clearly have a stapled edge. I might have to cut a piece of wood as top for this and kind of do it that way. And just use the legs, the base. Because when I pull on this, it looks like it's all stapled in here with that cardboard upholstery tack strip. I don't even know what it's called. You can tell I've taken so many upholstery classes. I'm a kinesthetic learner. So I need to figure out how this is in here. And I think the best way to do that For those of you who like this fabric, look away. Because I think the best way to do it is to cut the fabric and pull this down to see what's happening. Yeah, it's a tack strip. Ooh. Ooh. You guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love taking upholstery off and seeing what the heck's going underneath it. Look at the muslin. The muslin's pretty. They've got a muslin wrap underneath this. Let's just pull this fabric off and see what we're dealing with here. Good. So they put it all together and then did the messy, sloppy printing on top of it. So they must have had like, okay, I don't want to be mean, but some like small children were stenciling this. You know what I mean? Like Target kind of, where is it made? India. So, oh, sad. Some little Indian children were made to hand stencil these things. You know what? They didn't get paid well enough, in my opinion, to do a good job. So good on them. Let's see if we can pull the rest of this off, though. So I see the staples now. I don't know how they ended it, though. They must have stapled through the front, but I don't see the staple. What the heck? Like one of the sides I should see staples, yeah? Huh. All right, I got one of the staples out. And everything is definitely stapled to the frame. All right, let's just get the whole thing off and then we'll see what we're dealing with. Okay, I see it. So they used the staple edge to put this down and then they sewed the top directly to here, which that's a lot of craftsmanship right there. Like somebody ended up sewing this entire thing down. I feel so bad for them. Because you know they didn't get paid enough. Stop buying furniture from Target. Stop buying disposable furniture. This just makes me sick. Because I look at this, and this is a lot of work that went into this. And somebody paid $50 at Target for it, which, I don't know. I still think it's overpriced. But you know that person in India that spent hours sewing this together didn't get paid enough. If they could charge you $50 for this. It's heartbreaking. Let's just take a hot second to appreciate the artistry of the person, man, woman, child, non-binary, who took all that time to put this together, because bravo. I think we should just appreciate that for a moment, for just a moment, because I don't think for $50 you realize the amount of work that went into doing that. It was a lot. It was a lot of work. And I'm really, really, really sad to have to pull all this apart, because it was a beautiful job. They did a beautiful job. It's not their fault that it was stained. That was the previous owner's fault. The stenciling could have been better, though. I'm just saying. Just saying. Now, the whole rest of this has got to come off here. And it looks like I will either have to build a top or... Oh, that's the bottom. Okay. That's what's holding it up. It's a really thin piece of board. This is why I've been dreading this. Let me see the corners. I need to see the corner. Oh my gosh. And it's all cleaned off. Now I could do this two ways. I could put a piece of foam on here, staple to the face, and then use like a trim piece to cover up the staples, which would be fine, except this is very thin. So I would worry that putting a foam piece on it, letting people sit on this is not going to last for any length of time. So I am going to cut a board the same size as the top. We're going to upholster the board and then screw it through here. So we're not going to remove this, but it's not going to bear the weight. The frame is going to bear the weight, which is what it should be anyway. I mean, the frame is really what, it's chunky. This is where your weight should be, is on the legs, not on this. So if I put a foam on here and somebody sits on here, this is what's holding the weight. And I think it's actually glued in. Doesn't even seem to be in a frame when I look at it. So I'm like, I don't want to put the foam on here. So I am going to cut a new top just so that when people sit on the board, the weight is distributed to the outside of the frame instead of the center of this board. And it should be fine. The board seems to be in there well enough where if I screw through this into the new top, it'll hold it down, which is, you know, will be its only job then. So it should hold up just fine. But, you know, I mean, seriously, it's just glued in there. So I don't want to take a chance of putting any weight here. I just feel like that's not going to hold for any length of time. And I want this to be something that you can have in your house for a few years and somebody could sit on it, you know, whatever. Now I have to find a board. I don't even know that I have one. I have to go in the garage and see if I've got it. I do! I've got a nice 1/4 inch ply here. That should do just what I need. It's just enough. It's actually more than enough. This might be too small. Yeah, so I found this in my stash of pieces that I just snatch when people go, I don't need this, we can get rid of this, we should burn it. And I'm like, I'm not burning that. Nice piece of plywood. So we're going to cut a top out of this. Was going to use my electric stapler, thinking I'm all smart. I don't have the staples for it. I have the staples for the manual gun. It looks like this is going to be a manual process because I'm not running to the store. Really upset. No, but I have plenty for the manual, so let's just use it. I mean, let's just get this done. I've been waiting this long. I might as well just do it now. I'm kind of, I've been putting this off. So with the 100 Project 100 Days challenge that we're doing, I'm like, you better get to some of those projects you've been putting off or that pile's not going to get any smaller, right? So this was one of them that had been sitting in my living room and I'm going, I'm gonna. And then the fabric presented itself and it was like, you kind of got to do it now. I got rid of all the Dacron. You can probably see that was inside of it. All they used was floof. There was no foam. There was no like batting. It was just floof. Just floof. That's what they used as a seat cushion. I'm like, that would have eventually gotten sloppy anyway. Bravo on the workmanship for putting it together though. I mean, no lie. It was like old world freaking upholstery on that thing. They didn't, you know, a lot of times with these pieces that you get from Target and stuff like that, it's super simple to just tear it apart. And this was well made. I'm impressed. I'm impressed for that kind of workmanship to be put into a Target piece. I feel bad a little bit about tearing it up. Well, their stencil skills weren't on point, but the rest of it was on point. All right, so I got my piece. And then I found this in the cupboard. And look at it. It's weird and oblong. And I saved it. And I'm sure when I cut it off another piece, somebody was probably like, why are you saving that tiny little piece? It's like the exact same size I need. This is why I saved that tiny little piece. And then I've got some quilt batting that'll go over the top. And then that's it. That's what we're going to do. Well, maybe I should put some Dacron back in there. Give it a little overstuff look. Got this at an All City sale. It's full of quilt pieces. She said, well, they're too small for quilts. And I'm like, but they're perfect for upholstery. It is in the free bin. I got it for free. This was $2.50. I got a bigger one because I think this piece is going to be too small if I overstuff it. So I pulled this out just in case. But let's see what we've got in here. All right, I built up a fluffy spot. So now it's super padded and fluffy. Let's get the quilt piece over the fluffy. Totally already, we're taking all that out of the free box. All right, here's my fabric. Let's find a good flower to put in the middle. Hey, I just did a quick tack it down and see what it looks like. It's gonna look like that. It'll be cute. I like it a lot. Ta-da! Got us a stool. She's done. Finally! Now I'm sweating. Why is it the last screw that always wants to like not behave itself? But anyway, she's done. It's pretty. I'm happy. Yay. So there you go. If you ever get one of those and you're wondering how am I going to upholster this, cut a new top. I mean, that was just the easiest way to do it. I don't sew upholstery. I'm not a master upholsterer. Applause to those of you who can do that stuff. If you know how to do it right, you should do it that way. But I know this way. So I just made a new top. Plus, I don't think that base would have held any sort of weight. I mean, I've been nervous about putting anybody in, like, I don't think anybody sits on these. I think they're more for accent. But if you did, it's not going to hold up very long. Or if a kid stood on it, like, get something off a high shelf, that's not going to hold. So at least this, I know if somebody stands on it, isn't going to bust all up unless the legs break off. And then I'm out. It's not my responsibility. I did everything I could to make that thing stay. Should be standing on it anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.